Hey, Dwayne, Matthew here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, and with the help of my GoPro camera, I'm going to show you how I cut sunglass lenses for your Polo model number 2070. Of course, this is a little plastic sleeve that Polo puts on the temple when they ship to me from Italy to prevent the temples from rubbing together. You're going to get all the manufacturer's original packaging, but this is, again, Polo 2070, color 5001 in the 54 eye size, which is black and red with that hint of platinum at the top. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pop out your original demo lenses, of which you're going to get all of this. I'm going to take your frame, putting into the tracing element of my edger. Let's wake the computer up, and we're going to trace the shape of your frame. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. The stylus is going around and is going to trace the shape of the right lens before moving over and tracing the shape of the left. That's right, freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Polo frame and you will receive free clear lenses, except you've already got one of these in the tortoise. So you're paying the upgrade for the sunglass lenses. I'm going to show you how to pop them in and out, so this one pair will do everything for you. Let me put in your pupillary distance, which is 33 in both eyes. That is 33, so let's go ahead and get your lenses prepped. Let's take these down here. I'm going to put your lenses, that's your right lens, your left lens. Let's go ahead and put them in. I'm going to spin the axis wheel to 40 for your right eye. I'm going to put the power drum, let's actually make sure everything is zeroed out. We are good. I'm going to put the power drum on -1 1/4. Put your lens in. Find the optical center. Check your astigmatism correction. That looks good. That is the second curve on your lens, and then I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. The third one's a little hard to see, so I'm going to darken that for you. And let's do the same thing for the left. The axis for the left eye is 110. I'm going to spin that over to 110. Put the power drum on 1 1/4 still. Put it in. Find your optical center. Check the cross curve, which is your astigmatism correction. Let's go ahead and put that third dot on there. Let's darken that up. And let's go down and start cutting your lenses. The reason why I put those dots on there is you can see them as they line up there. That's your optical center, and those two have just helped me put it on the right meridian. So we have 33 millimeters. Of course, this is a block. It has a double-sided adhesive sticker on there. When I pull the paper away, it makes this side sticky. It has a little magnet, that little silver button on the back side. That's what's going to hold it in place in this arm. I'm just going to move your lens around. We're going to put your optical center there. And those two dots are on opposing meridians. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens for me. Let's go ahead and do the same thing now for the left. So this is going to flip over and automatically give me the same pupillary distance as the right, which is 33. Get everything lined up just perfectly. And let's get this block ready. Pull the little piece of paper off to make this side sticky. Line it up where the silver button matches. Hit that button. Arm comes down. Places the block onto the lens. So now we're going to go over here to the edger. We're going to pull up your shape onto the computer. That is going to be the shape of the right lens. And I am not going to put a bevel on the front edge of the lens, but I will on the back. So the actual cutting wheel is this wheel on the far right. It's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your lens material. And this wheel in the middle with that little channel, that valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the frame. But I'm going to place the right lens into the chuck, or as I like to say, the Charles. And let's go ahead and hit start. So the clamp's going to shut, and then 2 calipers are going to come down, and it's going to trace the shape of the right side of your frame onto the lens. That's going to be your lens shape. It does it once. Now it's doing it a second time, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point as it goes around. So it measures the exact thickness to know exactly where to place the bevel, so it's going to best fit your lens inside the frame, so you have no edge thickness. Of course, your lenses are very thin because that's what I've ordered for you. That's just a little something that it does. Now your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. It is bulletproof up to 22 caliber and has both UVA and UVB protection built into it. So your lens is completely flat at the edges now, just like a nickel. If I were to take it out, it would stand on the counter. Now it's getting the V-shaped bevel. So it'll stay inside the frame. But yeah, it has both UVA and UVB protection. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so this is permanent sunscreen for your eyes. If you notice you just had water kick in and start spraying, polycarbonate cuts dry where plastic and high index cut wet during the cutting cycle. This water only sprays during the very end to wash away any optical debris. Now it's actually putting a safety bevel on the lens, is doing the front surface and the back surface to smooth out any rough edges that are left over from the cutting cycle. Again, it does this for the last 20 seconds, so we're near the very end of the cycle. In just a moment, this door will open and your lens will be done. I'm going to grab a paper towel so I can dry your lens off as soon as it comes out. I'm going to hit that button to open up the chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Dry your lens off. Just want to wipe away any last second debris that could be on the edge of your lenses. Now, in order to mount the lens into your frame, and you're going to be doing this because you already have one pair in clear, so tuck the lens in at the outside corner, and with your thumbs you push down at the nose. It snaps in that easily. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for the left. I'm going to flip that over to L, and we're going to hit the start button, which is the green. Again, the calipers are going to come down and they're going to go around and trace the shape of the left side of your frame. And you're going to see the left side of your lens start to take shape. And again, it's measuring every thickness on your lens to know whether it needs to move the bevel forward or backwards so it'll fit best inside your frame where you have no edge thickness. Of course, I ordered you the extra thin lenses. Also aspheric on a 4 base, which makes them flatter than most lenses. A high curved lens gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. You will never get that from one of my lenses. So, oops, almost watched the pupillary distance off, so I'm gonna grab my marking pen and I'm just gonna darken that real quick. We're gonna use that later on so you can see your pupillary distance. But in order to take out your clear lens from your tortoise pair, it's always with the thumb, it's always in the nose. You turn the lens downward, place one thumb at the nose, grab the lens by the other side, push down with your other thumb, and it snaps right out. Now, in order to mount them back in there, you tuck them in at the outside corner, and again, using your thumbs, you press down at the nose, it snaps right in. Now, some people like to pull up on the top of the frame and at the same time push downward with your thumb. You can do that too, whatever works best for you. Everyone develops their own technique. So since you already have this pair in tortoise, in theory, you will have 2 pair with clear lenses. You just pop the clear lens out and put them in here when you want to wear them, and you will now have 2 pair of sunglasses, either the tortoise or the black red, whichever one you feel like popping them into. Now we'll go ahead and inspect your right lens while the left is still cutting. I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 40, put the lens in over that white dot. I'm going to turn the axis wheel until I get a -1 1/4. Check your astigmatism correction, 2 steps stronger. We're at -175. That is perfect. Let's go ahead and get your left lens mounted. Take it out of the machine now. Dry everything off so it's not slippery. Grab your Polo frame. Tuck it in at the outside corner. Using my thumbs, I press down at the nose. That snaps in easily. Pop that off, and again, whenever you want to change out your lenses, let me put a dot on here. Before I wipe that off, change it out. That's just more of a permanent marker. Again, you can pull up at the top of the frame and using your thumb, press downward. Out comes the lens. And again, to put it back in, you tuck it in at the outside corner using your thumbs. Hang on, this one's fighting me. And just press it back down. Now, let's see, spin the axis wheel back to 110. Put that in there. Check, let's get that on there. We rotate it off the axis again. We're getting -1 1/4. 2 additional steps, no, one step of astigmatism correction, so we end up with -150 in power. Your pupillary distance is 33 in each eye, which is a total power of 66. Hold that up to the light. I'm going to place my 0 against my thumb on the right lens, and then when we hold it up to the left, we see 66 on the left lens. I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned up for you. Now, when you get these in the mail, and there's a slight chance they're either too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And I'm no different from that. I'm part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a moment. But that's why 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. So if these are a little bit crooked, just stop into your local place and they'll get them adjusted for you. But for now, I'm going to get them in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it down on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, this is why I'm part of that 80%. I take mine off and press down. They do wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Flip them over, press down. There is no wobble. Make sure there's the same amount of tension on each spring hinge, and the temples overlap perfectly, and they're not askew like that. They line up perfectly. So that is that, and of course you're going to be receiving your Ralph Lauren Polo case, your Ralph Lauren Polo cleaning cloth, and I also provide instructions on how to care for your leather case and cleaning cloth so it will last you for years, as well as a selfie request to have your picture on the website. So please send me another picture. It'd be great to have you with these on there. So if anyone else has any questions, you can always email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. And again, Dwayne, I hope you enjoyed watching as I made your second pair of polos for the Polo 2070 color 5001 in the 54 eye size. And hopefully everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.